Hello everyone, my name is Aryan and today we are with special guest. Her name is Rosita Stone. She is international award winning artist, producer, songwriter, singer and dancer. So without time wasting, starting our interview. Rosita, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing okay, taking it day by day. Yes.
Yes. So so before moving on a question, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Rosita Stone. I am living in Canada at the moment. I am a mom. I am an artist, a music artist, a producer, and I direct as well. Promote, market. I do all of the jobs and the songwriting and the production. So I do uh I do all of it. And the live shows too.
Okay, that's great, awesome. So, my first question is, can you tell us about your journey in the world of artistry from your being to becoming an international award winning artist?
Wow, it's been a long journey. I started off as a child in dance classes, like dance, different kind of, flamenco and different type of dance. My mother's Mexican as well, and we lived with my dad. His work took us to different places, so we absorbed different cultures, and we lived from Arabia to Colombia, in South America. We lived in different places, so I had a lot of different influences from different cultures and people. And so I started in dance classes and I learned a lot of different things about dance, and especially the rhythms and things like that that really helps with the songwriting and playing instruments and and dance. So it's been a while. So I've taken piano lessons, but I took piano lessons for a very short period of time. Uh, and then I ended up self-teaching, teaching myself. My journey has been such that I have been very, how should I say, I put a lot of energy into what I do, because nothing just happens if you sit there and wait, for people to do things for you. So I've learned to do so many things myself and not wait for other people. That's why I get a lot done. Because we have to do so much on our own. And yes, we need other people at times, but I've learned that on my journey that the more I do myself, the further I get. And so, yeah, so I went from being a dancer, then I started to, I always loved to sing, and I started to sing more and more. And I got some jobs and some tours doing singing for certain shows. And then I moved up in that, and I was still a teenager when I was doing that. And then um, I got signed to one label, but then that was not what I thought it was going to be. It's just people say, "Oh, you're with a major label. That's so great." Well, not always, right? So um, I got out of that, and there's been a thousand things that have happened in between, but I've never stopped. I've never stopped wanting to keep to keep the music going. And my journey has been very I've had a few tragedies along the way in my personal life. My husband died in a tragedy, and also my dad and my brother. And I have only stopped creating in those times where I was not able to do anything or think or even want to do anything like that. So the journey has not just been great and amazing. There's been times in my journey that has been completely devastating too. It hasn't just been, beautiful, if I can put it that way. And now after, during the pandemic was very difficult. After now, things are very difficult for a lot of people. But for me, I try to focus on the creating aspect of it, and trying to get that as, trying to capture that energy as honest as possible into the songs, into the videos, and then trying to get it out into the world. So it's a whole thing. Yeah. So it's been a very interesting journey. Yeah. But I do a lot of it myself. People think I have a manager and an agent and all these different people. But no, I'm my own manager. I'm my own agent. I do all of that with some help here and there. But mostly 99% of what I do is I do on my own, which is crazy, but
Okay, great. So my next question is: as someone who excels in multiple creative roles, how do you balance your time and energy between producing some songwriting, singing, and dancing?
mm, how do I balance it? Well, I don't do it all at the same time. I will come up with a song, or I have in my phone alone, I have 1,000, literally 1,000 recorded ideas of songs. So if I want to write a song, sometimes I'll sit and I'll write it right from the beginning, or I'll just listen to something and go. So I I have to, because I'm a sole parent and I have, 5 pets, dogs and cats and my daughter. I have to be very careful with my time. So the songwriting part of it takes up the least amount of time. Um, how do I balance it? Yeah, so with the songs, I'll make sure the song is exactly how I want it to be, like done, and then I will record it. I have many, many, many. Most of my songs have not been recorded yet. Actually, only few have been recorded. So the ones I have out are just a very small percentage. So I record the song and then figure out how to do video for it, and then the promotion end of it is is what actually takes the most. The promotion to radio, social media promotion. That's all the daily things after that. So I just find time. Like, I don't watch TV. I don't have Netflix and TV, and I don't have a TV. I don't have the time to do that. If I sat in front of TV all the time, or I was on my phone, I wouldn't have time for anything. So I have to balance my time as well. I have my dogs that I need to walk, and taking care of my daughter, and everything else. So I just make sure that I wake up in the morning and I prepare myself, and then I have a list of what I need to do that day, and then I just get it done. And I don't tend to, like I said, sitting and watching TV all day and things like that is not something I do, because I would never get anything done. So and I work as fast as I can. I'm known to work very fast. Like, say in the studio, I'll go in and I'll do the one vocal once in the recording. Done. Okay, next, 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 next. So that's that's how I am. I don't like to spend a lot of time. Once I know something's good, I move to the next thing, and I know it's good because I feel it. And if I don't feel it's good yet, then I'll stop. But I make sure that and I hear it back. Yeah, it's ready, and I don't pick at it. If it feels good, then it's done. So, because I know that some artists there in the studio for months and months may be working on the same song because they can't seem to get it right, or it doesn't feel right. For me, I don't have time for that. I just do it and make sure it's prepared ahead of time. Everything is it's very important to prepare everything ahead of time. So by the time you're doing it, you know what that feeling is you want to capture. So that's what I would say. Am I talking too much?
Great. So my next question is: what drives your passion for creating music and art across different mediums?
What drives my passion? What drives my passion? Well, I love the creative process. I love music, and the fact that I am alive, and I have today to be alive, breathing the air in this body, to me, that brings me enough passion to want to move forward. Just being grateful that I still have another day here to be able to um, to create. And what drives me as well is I want to get a message out. I want to get a message out into the world. and I want people to know that they are important, that they are loved, that there is hope. So I'm driven by those kind of things, the basic things that make humans feel good about themselves and make life worth living, right?
Okay. How do you approach the songwriting process? Are there current emotion or experience that currently inspire your lyrics?
How do I approach it? Well, normally I will get a intuition or something or an idea or a feeling, and everything I do starts from a feeling, and I'll sit at the piano and I'll start playing some chords that give me a feeling, and then the words come after according to what the feeling is. Some people write opposite of that. They'll write from a title of a song, and then they'll fill in the song according to what the title is. They'll fill in all the ideas and this and that. That's how they write in Nashville, in America. Nashville is like a songwriting capital of the world. They'll write, I've been there before, and they write from a title. And it's a very interesting education because I do it the other way around. I write from starting the chords and then the feel, and then the words come through the feel, and then the title comes last. So that's how I do it. And I want to make sure that the words match the frequency of the music I'm doing. So yeah. So that's how I do it.
Great. Could you share with us some of the most memorable moment or achievement in your career so far?
Well, yes. A few months ago, I put out a song and a video. The song was in Spanish, Luz Estelar. It means starlight in Spanish. And I was just within days, some people connected to the Latin Grammys in the United States. They asked me to go and to sing at the Latin Grammy conference on the strength of that song. So that was great. That was a great acknowledgement. And also opening concerts for, I opened concerts for a Latin American superstar. His name is Carlos Vives. He's from Colombia. He's won probably more Grammys than anyone in the business in the in Latin America. He's very, very well known, and I opened some concerts for him. That was really, really amazing and exciting. Yeah, and the best parts of all of it is meeting the people who have witnessed what I do, and they say to me that I brought something to their life, that I changed their life, that I made them happy, that they got some kind of memory happening, that came to the surface, or that they felt their heart was healed or something. That's always the most important, is the people and how the people are affected. That to me is number one. That's the most memorable. Definitely. The feeling that I did something good in the world for humanity. That is number one for me. Yes.
Great. So my next question is, collaboration often plays a significant role in the entertainment industry. Who are some artists you have enjoyed collaboration you have artists some collaborating with, and what do you believe make a successful artist partnership?
Okay, so who I have collaborated with? Okay, so for me, I have collaborated. I haven't collaborated with very many. I've collaborated with artists as far as some songwriters that are really great songwriters from Nashville, Tennessee, in the U.S. who have written some pretty big hits. Um, and so I've collaborated mostly with songwriters and producers more than with artists. So with I produce everything I do, and I think it's really important that artists always produce their own work, or if they don't know quite how to do the whole production, they stay as a co-producer with the other producer. Like if they have a producer they're working with, they don't just give up the control to that person. They say, okay, well, you can produce it, but I'm going to be co-producing it with you. So anyway, so I co-produce music with I've done collaborations with some amazing producers, and one guy's in Los Angeles. His name is Chris Flores. He's worked with some amazing big people, and it was really great working with him. And also, I work here in Canada with a producer named Dennis Nieves. He's from Miami, and he has worked on productions for many Latin American superstars, like you've heard of Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, Thalia, and people at that level. So he's here. So I work with him as well. So I collaborate with the producers, and then so the product that the song in the end sounds amazing. So yeah, I love collaborating, especially in the studio. You know, working, and I always, like I have a saying, and I heard it somewhere: if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room. You need to be somewhere where people are, where you're reaching, and you can get educated and get information and get knowledge from other people that are better than you, or you know what I'm saying. Because if you're always the best one, it's like you're not really learning anything. So I like to be with people who have done some great things. Yeah, so that's what I strive to do. Yes.
Wow, great. Can you talk about creative influence both within the music industry and from other art form? How do this influence shape your unique artist and identify?
Influences, yes. Well, my influences living in different places have influenced, as far as sounds and ideas and genres and styles of music. But as far as people influencing me, I am influenced by not so much famous people. I'm not really, if someone has a lot of fame, that's great, but it doesn't necessarily influence me as an artist. What influences me the most is when people do acts of kindness. Those people, whether they're really famous or they are the person working in the restaurant or whoever has that, shows that act of kindness and humanity towards others, that's what influences me to be a better human, and to, and I can put that in my music. Like that really influences me when I love to be around people who are good, and they're generous with their heart. So that influences me more than anything. I do have some musical influences. Like I said, it's more like the cultural aspects that I've been immersed in. But as far as people influencing me, I'm trying to think. Well, I'm influenced by who I'm working with, and I'm influenced by I'm influenced by nature, but I'm not necessarily influenced by people all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, some people say, they're influenced by rock and roll or this band or that band. I listened to so many types of music growing up. My mother being Mexican and my father being Ukrainian from the Eastern Bloc. And then we moved to different places. So I had a lot of different, and I've listened to everything from, rock and roll to Ravi Shankar, to different types of music. So I've been influenced by a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Your artist seems to blur the lines between various. How do you define your musical style, and how do you keep it fresh, innovative?
Sorry, did you mean how do I define my music style?
Yes.
Hmm. See, that's always a question that I had. You know, people would ask me, what is my style? Well, what the style is depending on the song. I don't do music in one style, like one genre, and I um like one type of thing. I do songs that however the production goes in the studio is the genre it's going to be in, but it's normally under the pop music umbrella. But pop music can be anything. It could be so many things, from some Spanish reggaeton to like Bollywood pop. You know what I mean? Like it could be, pop is such a broad, so I'd say pop. And I love oh gosh, I don't know. It's whatever the song calls for in that moment. What I don't do is I don't do like heavy rock or rap and heavy rap or rock or things like that. That's not a genre I normally get into. It's more like music you can dance to, or some kind of deep spiritual music, or music that is danceable. That's what I like. Something that people can move to and say, "Oh, that feels nice," Yes.
Okay. Many inspiring artists face challenges and self-doubt along the way. What advice would you give to those who are trying to find their own creative voice and make a name for themselves?
Mm. Well, one thing I can say is I don't listen to what people have to say when they tell me I can't do something, or that I shouldn't try, or maybe I do something else. I don't listen. I listen to my creator. I listen to my heart. I don't listen to people much. I don't, I'm the person that doesn't follow the script. Like a script will be written and I'll do something else that feels better in the moment. And I drive people crazy doing that, but I mostly get a better result that way. And what I would say is that, staying true to yourself. I know we've heard that so many times, but that is the reality. When you stay true to yourself and not being afraid to tell somebody no, no, thank you. I'm good. No, thank you. That's something that took me a long time to learn, is to tell people no, thank you, without feeling like you're insulting them or you have to do what their idea is because you don't know how to say no. So saying no is a very, very important thing in life in general. When we don't know how to say no, thank you, we tend to get overwhelmed and feel resentful that we didn't say what we wanted to say and do what we wanted to do. And especially with art, people will come in and try to change anything you're doing. If you're working with somebody, they have a different vision and they might want to see it differently. So never give up your control. If you're an artist, always produce your own song or co-produce it with somebody else who's better than you. I always work with people production wise who are better than me so I can learn. But I always take a production credit, a co-production, because I have a say in how I want that song to be. So what I would say to artists, when you do that, then you don't have as much doubt, right? So I get more doubt in the past when I would work with somebody and they would change my work. Then I would start doubting everything. Like, why am I even doing this if I do all of this and then in the end it doesn't sound how I want to sound, right? It's because I didn't speak up for myself. So when you speak up for yourself and you know what you want, then the doubt goes away. Then you're doing what you want and you're getting it out there, right? So, and also, we are all born to bring a message forward. We are all born for a purpose. And my purpose is not the same as yours or anybody else's. So when we see people that are really famous or have things that we don't have, and they're Like people have asked me recently. There's a North American artist named Taylor Swift. Have you heard of her? Taylor Swift. She's very, very famous. She's, doing 6 concerts in Toronto to hundreds of thousands of people. And people have said to me, do you wish you were like her? And I say no, because if I was her, I wouldn't have the daughter I have. I wouldn't have my pets. I wouldn't have the life I had. I wouldn't have my family. I wouldn't have my character. I don't wish to be somebody else because they have more money or more fame. Because in the end, we are born and we will pass. And whatever experience we've had here and how we've affected others and the kind of love that we have created, that I believe is what we take with us, regardless if we have millions of dollars and millions of fans. Maybe a person with millions of dollars and millions of fans hasn't had those deep moments with other humans. We never know, right? We don't know. So we can't compare ourselves to other people because we are all on our own journey. And as long as we're true to ourselves and we're affecting people and humanity in a positive way forward and helping people, through our music or through whatever way we can, and just making the world a better place, that to me that will wipe away any doubt. So don't be, so jealousy and envy that people have more or have done more, that is only a poison, because if you want to do more, just do it. Just do it. And if you don't reach like the millions and millions of viewers, that's okay. It doesn't matter, because the people you have reached are the ones you've impacted. And those people will reach other people and reach other people. So even reaching one person, you're going to reach the whole world, right? Eventually, because one thing goes to another. Energy is exponential. So be happy with what you have and what you create, and always continue to create, and not look to the next person and say, oh, they have more than me, because that stops a lot of people. Oh, why bother? Why am I going to do that? I'll never get there. I'll never have the. Oh, well, then no, that's not the right way to look at it. So just even affecting one person positively, you affect their world, you affect the whole world. So that's what I'd say about that. And I used to be filled with a lot of doubt, and now I don't care. I don't listen to the negativity and all that stuff, and I don't tell people negativity either, and I don't try to make people feel bad. Or if people are jealous, they'll try to find something wrong with you to make you feel bad. So their jealousy, all those games is something, to stay away from, and just be true and be radiant and positive towards life is what I'd say. Did I say too much? Probably. I'm talking so much.
So great. So my last question is, looking ahead, where do you see your artistic journey taking you in the next few years? Are there new challenges or aspiration you did like to pursue?
Yes. Oh, in the next bit of time, I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to tour in Spain, especially. I would like to be in that area. Europe, Germany, the UK, a lot of them are picking up my music right now on the radio. And some places in South America, I would like, I would like to go there and explore. And I'll continue songwriting. Right now, I'm not focused so much on the songwriting because I've written so many songs that still need to be recorded, that the more but I can still write more, but then there's more to be recorded. So I'm more focused on producing what I have, and also doing some collaborations with some great people, but I don't know who they are yet. Right. But so I'm always open to that, but I definitely want to go to Europe. And yes, I'd love to go to Pakistan as well. Yes. I have a few friends here from Pakistan as well. And yeah, I love the music. Love it.
Yes, great. So thank you so much for
You're
giving
welcome.
me your precious time.
Thank
I
you
hope.
so much. I really appreciate your time and energy with this. And again, my name is Rosita Stone. You can find me at Rosita Stone Music and on YouTube and all the rest of it. Where can I find this interview on your social media? And then I'll
Yes,
repost it. Okay.
yes.
You're great. Thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. You're wonderful.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
I hope
Blessings.
everyone. I hope everyone learns with you. I hope everyone learned something new with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.